Hello. Just finished gym in the shower, and something's on my mind. I was talking to one of our champions, what I call the True Freedom clients. They're champions for me. And she's frustrated that she's not making progress and not really moving forward towards her goals and what she wants to do in her business and life and just not feeling great. And I could totally relate. So I decided to make this video. And by the way, my name's Tom Miller, Dr. Tom, Thomas Miller, lots of names. But you can call me Dr. Tom if you like, Dr. Tom Having, or just call me Tom. In any case, I believe this will help. And I'm going to use the example. I'm not going to use any business examples. I'm actually going to use the example of right after the divorce, one of my biggest objectives, one of my biggest goals, one of the thing I really wanted to accomplish was to level up, meaning get a better looking, nicer, kinder, more spiritually inclined, just level up with a new girlfriend that would eventually turn into a potential life partner. So that's the goal. That was my intention. And so I got on all the dating apps, and went on lots of dates and kept trying to do my profile better, kept trying to do it better. And you know what? It just became so frustrating and time consuming. And I was just doing. Because I had this intention, this objective, this goal, and I just kept doing. Until after about a year and a half, I was just worn out. And then I realized instead of, like, I still wanted to find this dream woman, but instead of just doing all the time, I started being, becoming, becoming the version of me who's going to attract the type of woman that I really want to spend time with, talk to, and potentially have a life partnership with. And in being, you can notice the picture here. Being is different. It means more time in the stillness, more time consulting source light intelligence through my heart, less time going through all the apps, less time trying to pick up people at the gym. Oh my gosh. It wasn't a fun scenario. But after about a year of being, just being and becoming the version of myself that I really loved and liked, becoming the version of myself that wasn't chasing and desperately seeking and worried I wasn't good enough and worried that it wouldn't be as good as my ex-wife, all of this stuff. It was the being. Oh yeah. I read this book too, Way of the Superior Man. Therapist I was working with at the time recommended it. Good recommendation. Thank you, Allison, for that recommendation. Basically, I was becoming a better version of myself. The way I thought about myself, the way I interacted with others, just getting clear on who I was, what I wanted in life, becoming. And that, well, spoiler alert, I'm in love. I can't wait to see her again this weekend. We talk every night, and it's everything I asked for. Not the way I thought it would happen, but it was after I stopped doing, literally stopped and just decided to be, be, more being, more becoming. It just sort of all started falling into place in a way that was completely unexpected. That's exactly what Neville Goddard says. It's exactly what Scripture says. It's like these universal laws are not lying. Wherever you get your information is not a lie. So here's the point of my happy ending but terrible 3 years of dating and seeking out a partner. and realizing it's all a matter of becoming. Here's the point of the story. Be, do, have is the proven formula that works for all intentions and aspirations. Call them goals. And say your intention is the way you want to feel and be and show up, and the goal or the aspirations, actually the outcome you want. We become a different version of ourselves as we move towards that outcome. It's all about who we're becoming along the way that makes that goal, intention, attainable. But if we don't change, and by changing, I'm really talking about our energetic essence, our energetic vibration, the thoughts we say to ourselves, the words we say to others, how we spend our time, where we direct our attention, our field of awareness, our level of consciousness, all these things. It's the inner work. It's the inner work that you hear about, but no one really wants to do. And it's really becoming aware of what's going on inside that does not resonate with a version of you that has your desire fulfilled, has your goal. I like Earl Nightingale's definition of success. So, a successful intention fulfilled is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And we can talk more about ideal later, your ideal life. But it's who we become along the way. And if you check out this picture, when we just we do it, we do, and then do, get it? Never mind. Sophomore. And it doesn't work, we adjust our strategy, we do some more. Doesn't work, we adjust the strategy again, we do some more. Still isn't giving us the results we want, we go back to the beginning and we do some more. Then we adjust again, then do, and then adjust. And it's just this perpetual loop of frustration, trying different strategies. It's not the strategy. It's never the strategy. Every strategy can work. It's the energetic essence, the identity that we're showing up as, that we're embodying. There must be an inner shift for us to reach a new level of accomplishment. And this applies to dating, relationships. It applies to your health. It applies to business and money, 100%. And if you check out this cool little graph I made, after a while, if it's not working, you go through the loop a bunch of times to do, adjust, do, adjust, do, adjust, do again, loop. If it works, your intention and your goal is accomplished, and then you're like, now what? More of the same? Because you didn't really get to become someone differently. All of your energy, you didn't get to become someone different, a different energetic vibration, a different level of consciousness, because all your energy was on the strategy. Or you give up and just say, forget it. It was a crappy goal anyway. Or you settle for a lesser goal. But at the end of the day, a much more simple path is to be, do, have. Becoming the version of ourselves that already has our desired outcome, that already has that worthy ideal, that already has the money, that already has the job, that already has a relationship, that already has a good body. It's not the strategy. It's never the strategy. Every strategy can work. It's the energetic essence, the identity that we're showing up as, that we're embodying. There must be an inner shift for us to reach a new level of accomplishment. And this applies to dating, relationships. It applies to your health. It applies to business and money, 100%. It's truly an energetic shift. And to make such an energetic shift, our beliefs, our operating systems, our thoughts, our field of awareness, our level of consciousness, what we're directing attention to throughout the day, all those things come into account. And the best way to start, know how you want to feel. And know that if you start feeling that way as you go, you will attract the things into your through synchronicities, into your field, into your life path that you desire. But it's always going to be an energetic shift that must occur. It's been my experience. It's also been my education. It's every scripture, Neville, Joe Dispenza, all of them are going to tell you the same thing and go on and on. So check this out. We're thinking about the past or we're projecting to the future. And yes, we learn stuff from the past and we can apply them now to the future, or to our present future self. And yes, it's good to look forward to how we want our lives to be in the future. But after we send that up to the field, stop. It's time to put all of our attention, all of our awareness on now being. And the easiest way to do that, this is so easy, most of you won't do it. At any moment, breathe in through your nose, into your heart. Breathe out through your mouth. And imagine your heart is the circle inside the circle, the center inside the center. It is let's just call it the energetic processing center of your emotional energy and your energetic stream. So just breathing into your heart, especially if you breathe in light, love, compassion, joy, wealth, breathe it in. And then breathe out that feeling of your desire fulfilled. Next breath, breathe in light. And then breathe out any negatives that's clogging your energy system. Breathe in light again. Imagine it coming right into your heart. And then exhale your intention to share with all. Like literally wanting the same for all, for everyone, because all is the one and one is the all. All living creatures, all sentient beings. Wishing them the same love, success, joy, and health that you wish for yourself. This will work every time to get you back in the now being. When you don't know what to do, go into the stillness. After going into the stillness, and go as often as you need to, for as long as you need to, with no judgment, no shame, no blame, no guilt. Because I know for me it wasn't easy at first. Something will emerge as your highest excitement, your highest joy excitement. Act on that highest joy excitement until you can go no further in it, until you reach a dead end, you don't have the resources, you don't have the skills, and more will appear in your path. But this only happens if you're a state of now being, and being is your priority. Who you're becoming along the way not only sounds good philosophically and self-help is good, but it's energetically resonant. We are unable to experience a different life situation if we don't change what's going on the inside. So be, do, have, and going into the now being with heart breathing is your step. Following your highest joy excitement, next step, because it does take action. But you'll know the action. And it's usually not the same actions you've always been doing. All right. If you have questions, I would love to answer them. Just post them below. What is something that you are moving towards becoming? Like, I'm becoming a loving, compassionate leader so I can build a team of 20 coaches and 100 champions. And so I can spend most of my time going on stages and talking to people about light sharing, about quantum manifestation. And in order to do that, I must become that version of myself. Making this video is one step in that direction. In fact, when I went into the stillness, I was thinking about the champion that was having a rough time, and I was breathing in, breathing out, sending love to her. And this idea for this video came up. So I said, hey, took a few more breaths and made the video. We'll see where it goes next. Thank you. Like, subscribe, join us for our absolutely free manifestation masterclass coming up next week. Because I'd love to see you live on Zoom. I'd love to share more of the frameworks with you. And most of all, I would love for you to share your light, expand your light, so you can make the impact on the world that you're capable of. Because you know it's in there. And I know it's in there too. Thank you. It is done.